Oh, we got the sun over here in your eyes. You're going to have to move. You're being blinded by the light. See, we can't take much light, you know? Yeah. Pray for clouds. I'll do a dance cloud, a heavy, dark dance cloud. How you fun? Do you like my tie? You haven't looked?
Sometimes. This one.
Compliments don't affect me at all. At all. Yeah. Be wise, people. Be wise with your life. Learn to walk without compliments. If you need compliments, there's too much insecurity inside going in. Fill that insecurity with yourself, with your fullness, that you can go anywhere. And whether it is the opposite of compliment or you get a wonderful compliment, you know. Get that worked out of your system. And you know, it's really funny when you really start to touch this, when it comes to compliments, right? All of a sudden people start to give you more compliments. It's an odd phenomenon, you know. So, yeah, which is good. It's a good sign. It's a very good sign. And so you just keep working it. You just keep working it, and then, you know, they just start to. Then you get awfully lonely, and then you want compliments again. So it doesn't work. So work that out of your system. Really think about that. So that means from the moment you get up, you, yourself, me, and I, and whether it's not going to be an easy day because of work and the way things are, or maybe because of the way you feel, but that's the way you are feeling. A little ill, a little self-secure, a little insecure. That's you feeling it, and it's okay. You got to make it okay. That's embracing what is above and what is below. This is what it is, and it's all right, and it's okay. That I'm not too sharp today, or that I feel a little bitter today, or that I feel just wonderful and very giving today. Neutralize the acid. Neutralize all of this. So you can just go through life. In essence, every human being is because, a couple days ago, described the personality very much like a towel. And then this particular towel is the personality. And we paint our towels. You know, it's our personality. We paint it with our feelings and our thoughts and our wishes and our hopes, and we draw it with all kinds of mediums, this particular towel. And sometimes all of a sudden a wind picks us up and we're off the clothesline. Let me do that over again. And all of a sudden the wind picked us up, and we're in the air. At the mercy of the winds, we could feel a little lost during this time, or we don't have any more control. I lost my feet. I lost my stability. I'm insecure now because the wind has taken us. That's really the best part of life, actually, when the wind picks you up and takes you. You could say the cement, the etched stone, the letters, the ink, the pencil, the print, it's not with you. You sense more of the personal self. And not so held down by weight, cultural, or the history of your family. You're more now with the wind, with this. And yet, even though the towel is flying with the wind, there's still the design, the feelings on your towel, your pictures. This is the beauty of everybody. Everybody draws differently. The colors you put, that's the beauty of it. So in essence, every sentient being is wearing a tie. Every sentient being is wearing a tie. Everybody wears a tie. Everybody is wearing a tie, even the women. Yeah, we do it with our dress. It's with our dress. We even do it with our face, our feelings, our thoughts. Everyone is wearing a tie. The more, let's say, sharpened your awareness about sight of people and personality, the more distinctive this tie starts to show up. You begin to see, my, it is I'm in Bavaria. I know it. Now I'm going to give a spiritual teaching. Where's my beer? And and we all know our habits are the way we somehow have 3 or 4 beers every day, and then pretty soon it's a week, and pretty soon it's a month, and pretty soon it's 10 years. And then we have some problems. Many of us have become alcoholic, and many of us are alcoholic and don't even know it. But yet somehow beer is wonderful. It is a wonderful, wonderful beverage. It really is. Even cigarettes can be wonderful, but when we abuse it and it becomes habitual, we have a problem. But that's outside there. But if I am the type that somehow, this is what I do. when nobody else is around. This is what I do inside. Every, 5:30, 6 o'clock, or 8 o'clock in the evening, and I go and, to my pub or to my bar or to my lounge, and it's habitual. It's habitual. But this is my life. This is my other life inside. In time, I wear the tie. It becomes a part of me. It starts to mold around me. No matter what food you eat, it's digested into the system. The brain starts to pick up all the various nutriments and the attributes of that particular food, of that particular drink, and starts to copy it to some degree because you're feeding it, you get nourished from it to some degree. And there I am. So when I come to a spiritual workshop, or I go to church, or I'm working on a 31st story skyscraper, my tie, my image, myself has all of a sudden starting to walk with me. It's affected my shadow, so to speak. And here I am, quietly, even though I have on a different tie, and I won't show you this, but this is what's there. And in time, one can start to see it on the skin, on the eyes, if it gets severe, if one becomes a real alcoholic. You can't hide it anymore. Even though you wear the most beautiful plain tie, you can't hide it anymore. Now the tie becomes apparent. No matter what tie you put on, it's this tie. No matter what day you wake up, it is this tie you put on. No matter how holy you are, it is this tie you put on. No matter how kind you are, it is this tie you are putting on. Everyone wears a tie. And everyone comes in very differently. Who is walking in through that door? Who? Who is walking in through that door? The sports person. The sports. Reading the sports page every day. Watching 3 or 4 hours, 5, 6 hours every weekend, and drinking the beer. And when it becomes habitual, and it's 10, 20, 30 years, the person with sports will start to equate, whether it is studying the science of molecular biology, or whether it is a physics, or whether it is in the financial market, and transferring millions and millions of pounds, or millions and millions of marks, from one country to the next. That person in the eye, because sports, not just to kick the ball, but to watch the ball, and not just to watch the ball, but to handle the ball. But in time, it's handling the woman, handling the hips. It's handling the thoughts, it's kicking the thoughts. And sometimes it's kicking the woman. And sometimes it's kicking your son. Sometimes it's kicking your daughter. And sometimes it's kicking life. And sometimes you're a good player and you play with life. Good team. And sometimes you're a good soldier because of it. And sometimes you are wonderful because you've learned to play well. You've learned how to let go of winning. And so the person who comes in through that door, can be wonderful, even though they love sports, because they have transmuted spiritualisms into baseball, basketball, football, hockey, and they've done a good job. Because life is nothing but molecules and atoms bouncing off each other, running around each other, planets, asteroids bouncing off each other like hockey putts. As it is with thoughts and feelings and philosophies too. It's sports. It's all sports. But do you understand the game? Do you understand the laws of it? They just speak a different language. And it's a beautiful language, sports. It really is. It's a wonderful design. It is much better than throwing spears and bullets and missiles at each other. So learn to embrace the sports, but don't get lost in it. Learn to have fun with the balls. Planets are balls too, and so are molecules, and so are even thoughts and feelings, all balls and spheres. So are suns and moons, balls too. But it's just a sport too. They're just laws of the universe too. Who is walking in through that door? Who? Ask. What tie do you have on? Do you love me? Yes. You real serious about me? Yes. Are you a family man? Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Are you always thinking of me? Yes. What about on weekends? Oh, honey, all the time. How emotional are you? Oh, severe emotional. Severe. Will you treat me kindly? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Yes. Are you a serious man? Oh, yes. I'm a very, 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 very serious man until the honeymoon is over. Bowling. Bowling. You never bowled before? A pin. It's a pin. It's a pin. Yeah. Huh? This is me on my first date. But I have on a different tie, but yet this is my tie. This is what's in my head. This is what I like. Know thyself. Where the weaknesses are, where the strength is. Know what you like, even though, but no, it's okay, it's okay. And then the tie is okay to wear. It is, because you're honest with yourself. The weaknesses are okay. But it says, okay, I got some growing up to do, got some learning to do, okay. And then bowling becomes a mature sport. It's a very mature sport once you understand it. But it's not just knocking down pins. Life is just not conquering and knocking down all the pins. For at the end, we're at the very, very end of that long, long, narrow road. That ball, what is it hitting? Not just pins. Or to shoot guns out of computer screens, to shoot guns out of TV screens, to watch the war. That I got you, 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 I won, I got you. The constant repetition inside the head eventually has its effects inside. That's why know your ties well. And don't hide them from yourself. Are you spiritual? Oh, yes. Very, 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 very spiritual. How spiritual? Oh, so spiritual. I have transcended money. I just go for kindness. Are you sure? Oh, yes, yes, yes. Definitely sure of that. Are you greedy? No way. There's nothing. There's nothing in my blood that has greediness to it. I don't need money. For I seek the Spirit. I bond with the nature in the weekends. And I'm a vegetarian. European money. The new euro. The new euro. This tie, everybody's got. Everybody. We actually need this tie. We need this tie, people. It's just learning to understand what that rice paper, you could say, that the most money is made out of, like rice paper. And what the coins are for, are really, really for. And understand how it creates desperation and joy, beauty and heartache. And is to understand this very, very, very well. Get sensible with it. Money is not evil at all. That is evil in the person to say that. That's a person who really has a despite towards life. Don't despite life. Understand it. Money creates. Money is nothing but an exchange of sticks and stones. Some just have more sticks and some just have more stones, and some just has more paper, and that's all it is. And learn to know what it is for. Nobody possesses money. We store it and move it. Whatever you buy, whether it be a soda pop, a hamburger, a tie, a dress, petrol, and you take that money out of your wallet, out of your purse, with respect and gratefulness that you have some and to pass it on. with respect. Even if you're feeling ill and sick, you don't feel so good, you still pass it on. The exchange is taking place. The movement of life, you are contributing. And when the money is low and there isn't much there, sometimes things happen in life. Don't be concerned. You're not a bad person. You don't have bad luck. Things happen in life. Get sensible, get smart, get some ideas, talk to others. Find out where it is that you have the big leaks in your thoughts and feelings about money. And plug in those leaks with sensibleness. Money. Are you shy? No. Are you sure? Yes. Are you positive? Yes. Oops, I'm caught here. Got me, Kathy, here. The tag is still on me. It's probably a strong strain.
And we got any scissors?
Somebody got some sharp teeth. You set me free. So many human beings are shy. I am shy, very shy. It is good to be shy. It's a wonderful attribute to be shy. I show you very little of myself because I am shy, and I'm serious. If you find shyness is in your blood, hold on to it like a newborn. Don't let it go. It's a beauty. For basically, the spirit itself is shy. Very shy. Very shy. The spirit doesn't say, "Hey, here I am. Come get it." No, the spirit is very, very shy. Behind the grass, behind the tree. Very soft, very kind, very quiet. See the little person? Yeah. Vulnerable, yes. Vulnerable and shy, yes. Doesn't know what to say, yes. Yeah. Shy. good about your shyness. And when you see someone out there that is very shy, support them. Let them know. Just give them support. Give them support. We get kicked in the head to be up front, to stand up front. It hurts too many people. Because it takes a lot more than just 30, 40, 50 years, 60 years, 80 years to mature and to feel comfortable in our bodies. To feel comfortable in our bodies. It takes very long time. So then you start to have compassion for time and space. Get it? So you have very clear distinction that when you see just a little small aspect of shyness, let yourself go into the spirit. Relax. You're acknowledging it, the time and the space that this other person or that you yourself are in. It's okay. Don't let the bubbles of comment come out at all. Keep those bubbles of comment down. Let yourself just be the witness. Yeah, beautiful. Yeah. No. Let me see the. Now you see. You see. You know, when human beings get hurt enough to the point that they start to develop resentment, anger, where it starts to become poisoned, and or people start to get bitter, and when they see this, they criticize it. They see this, it's a weakness. They see this, they will tear it down. They see this, they will start to develop pride. They will start to have pride inside. And then the intellectual mind starts to have and develop beautiful ways of the words to tear the person down. Because of the weakness. It's a weakness. To be shy, it is so close to God. To be shy is so close to God. Hatred is the opposite. One cannot be close to God and not be terribly shy. that is the ground that will walk you there. It's really the song that will lead you there. So it is wise. If you have no compassion for the shy, develop it quickly. For death is really, for passing away is really, for dying is really, it's a very shy moment. Yo ne ke te ne ai ni yo hai ni te ha peace to your minds, peace to your hearts, peace. Niti ha ha ha. take a break. Did everyone see that? To see the face, and it's not a penguin. It's a human. It's a human face. Huh? Huh? If you did everyone see it? Can everyone? You know, it's important that you see it. Okay? As you.
I'm very short. I lost my, no, I forgot my glasses.
Oh, forgot your glasses. I want everybody to make sure that that you can see it here. But okay, don't do this. You should be able to just. Before I say something, let's kind of pass this around. I got another tie, so don't worry about it. Oh yeah, your laser. Those things are great. They cut articles out, and I always have 2 or 3 blue ones and red ones. Thank you. If you looked and the tie was at a good observable distance, if you did not see the face and you saw a penguin or you saw something else or whatever, you have not developed, you have not paid attention, you have not put enough time into observing, making good, close contact to human beings. You have not. Your lines and light. The brain and everything operates with lines and light, information, light, and the lines, the lines of the face, and the lines of someone sneaking in, and the lines of someone desperate. We see lines and light. The lines of a kangaroo and the lines of a crocodile. Big difference. Have you noticed that? Big difference. Have you noticed that? Big difference. big difference. It's the lines. Huh? How the lines move. And the energetics of the lines itself. And the lines of this tie, it is so obvious. It is so crystal clear immediately, the human being. The very big body in the forest. Piercing through. But when the lines and the light inside your head, inside your emotional body, your feeling body, your intellectual body, have not developed the very clear distinction between a forest, the animals, human beings, water, an experience versus... And you got a lot more work to do with yourself. A lot more work to do with yourself. Then it tells you that subjectively, that the personality, the identity, the Tao that we are, is you're spending too much time with yourself inside. And not observing, not being able to observe the lines and light for what they are in the external environment. You're too busy inside. You see the lines, you see the face, but because it's a little, let's say, camouflage, and it's kind of outside, fear, doubt, hesitation, conditioning, changes it, and you see what you want to see in here. And so you go to the least deductible analysis, which is maybe an animal or whatever, because it's in here. You're not taking the light and lines for what the reality is out there in the external world. Too busy in the head, call it. Make it simple. Too emotional in the head, make it simple. That's all it is. Seer, do you see? Seer, do you see? When I came across a period in my life that I was living in my head so much of the time because I didn't see this and I didn't see that and I didn't see this what others saw and I saw something else and I saw something else and I thought that I was right. I thought because of my pride or arrogance or whatever. But when it really affected me so much, and I thought, my God, I'm still so young. And if I'm fooling myself, and if I'm caught up inside my own head, maybe that's why someone seems like they know what they're doing and I can't see it, but they seem like they know. Maybe this is what ignorance is. Maybe this is what it is to be blind and yet have eyes to see, supposed to see. Maybe this is what it is meant in that picture. I forgot what century it was drawn, where the blind lead the blind. Maybe that's what it's all about. So there's probably something not quite right in here. It's right out there. The lines are written. It doesn't, it's a picture, a painting, a book just doesn't become fluid and the words start to mix onto each other, and you can put the book on a shelf and go back the next day, and page 21 is still page 21, and what was on page 21 is still page 21. A month later, a year later, 10 years later. But where does page 21 change? In here. In here. This is where it becomes fluid. Once that light bouncing off that ink, off that paper, off that face, off that building, off that person conversing with you, once that light starts to get in through these eyes, guess what? It is in different territory. It is in Indian land. It is in Indian land. American, Indians and cowboys. Indian land. Indian land. Okay. You should know that. You're Germans. And once that light passes the boundary, the border, the razor's edge, from lightness to darkness, from darkness to lightness, once it enters that internal environment, guess what? You are literally at the mercy of whether your body is healthy or not at the time, and how you can perceive that light. You are at the mercy of the condition of your brain and the blood supply of how you're going to receive that light. And the biggest influence of all is not the body, it is the emotional body. You are at the literally of mercy of your emotional body, of how you're going to receive that light. If we could this we all can relate with, right? The beer. This we all easily. If we could take this and somehow eat it exactly for what it is, inside, and it stays like that, ooh, what artists we could be. And that's what a good artist is. Takes it for what it is without you doing an emotional number on it or what you think it is. Do you understand? Am I clear? I don't know if I'm not clear. Okay. Let me try it another way. The problem is that most people don't pay attention to the mechanics of sight and light. Most people just don't pay any. You're too busy living, in essence. You're too busy living. This is how we've been taught. We've been too busy going to school, doing this, going that, and everything functions just well. And I got to go do this, and got to go do that, and I got to do this, and got to do this. I got no time for this, and then I have to do this, and then I got to do that, and I got to go buy this, and then I'm a little hungry, got to take care of this, and then my feet get a little tired, got to do a little this, and then I want to go over here, and then I want to go over there, and then I got to pay my bills, and I got to go to work, and I got to find another job, then I got to run up the mountain, and I got to go exercise, and I got to lie down, and I got to sleep, and I got to put down my head on the pillow, and then I got to. Then I got to clean my house, and then I got to clean the flat, and then you're going to call me. Then I got to do this, and then all of a sudden my belt's a little too tight, and then I didn't wash my shirt, and then did I put on clean shorts, and then all of a sudden I got over here, and then did I sweep my floor, and over here, too busy living, too busy living. mechanics of light and sight. For a student of life that truly understands what it is to be a human being simply living on a planet. And to have the respect of what it is to not only be an anthropologist but a biologist, but also what it is to be a mother, a father, a brother, a sister. What it is to watch someone pass away and be ill, and what it is to be ill. What it is to be strong one day and weak the next. And never forget that one day this body that I have rented at the rent store, and I rented it maybe for 2 days, or maybe for 202 days, or maybe for 2,202 days, or maybe the next moment my time is up. Then what eyes, what sight am I going to see in years then? Or maybe if I lose my sight, lose my eyes, after 20 or 40 or 60 years, and have no more eyes to see with, maybe then I will understand what sight and eyes are all about. But I've been too busy basically living to really pay any attention. Thanks. Sight and light. The cause that creates, that keeps ignorance alive, keeps intelligence moving, light speed. It can work either way. But the minute you open up your eyes, what are you looking at? What are you paying attention to? Light is really nothing but a very light, it's like light water. That's all it is, just light water, actually. For, you know, a helicopter. Yeah? You know a helicopter? Okay. A helicopter is a wonderful thing because it really demonstrates the heaviness of air. It's air. There's a heaviness to it. It's like Jello. It's like pudding. It's just lighter. So a helicopter can go pretty high up into the sky, but once a helicopter reaches a certain point where there is no more oxygen, where it's so light, it can't go any higher because there's nothing to grab. There's nothing to grab in it, and it will fall. Light is the same thing, very much the same thing. I look at it, and there's nothing but light water. If you really want to look at it, it's nothing but light water. So it's easier to understand this. So this light water is where it's everywhere. It's everywhere, especially when it's sunshine. You really see this light water. It's everywhere. Well, this light water, what gives you, what has taught you everything that you know is, or not just books, people, but it's the light. It's the medium of light that has between the teacher, your parents, your friends, and you. It is the medium of this light water that has made it possible for you to see and for you to learn, not just with sound, but with light, this light water. So this light water is always going in to your eyes. You open up your eyes, the light water is going in. And light is nothing but information. So it's coming in, filling your head. Just totally filling your head constantly. But we have adapted. We've gotten used to it. So used to it. So used to it that we don't even see it anymore. All we see is the face of a building or something that we like to see, something that we want to see, something that we are forced to see. But if a human being just sits down, just quietly sit down and think about this. 5 days after I pass away, what light will I see then? Then how will I look upon that light? How? 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 And actually, one has to really ask, because light has a texture to it actually. Like it's like a heavy water, light water, very light water. For the Spirit is light that is alive. It's real light, real light. This is not real light. This is artificial light. And if we're constantly drinking this artificial light, being influenced by this artificial light, and then you think you are of this artificial light, guess what? You're the greed, you're the fear, you're the ambition, you're the comments. To have this light inside and to emanate enough so it starts to come through your eyes and you can see the difference between the two. I live in this world, but I am not of it. I walk in this world, but I am not of it. The emotional body, as we know, can be very volatile and very beautiful. It can be filled with passion to build, to design, to invent. The emotional body can be filled with passion to go to work, to have a child, to start a business, to meet a new friend. And the emotional body can also be extremely destructive. To murder, to kill, to destroy, to start a war. And from both sides, this emotional body, so many veils of illusion develop as a result. Because of the lack of awareness or lack of consciousness inside of this Tao, understanding the Tao, and the personality inside. Kind of like you're dreaming too much. Somehow your eyes are open, your ears seem to be there, but there's nobody home listening to me. And even though this light water is flooding into your eyes so quietly, softly, still it has no effect. You can't see my pain. You can't see my love for you. How the emotional body can override the light water and yet see an animal in place of a human face. All it says, come out of your head. All it says is come out of your head. Practice. Change the conditioning. What's more valuable, your dream inside or the person standing in front of you? For most people, it is their dreams. They've given up on people. They get hurt too much. People hurt. They don't like faces. They don't want to get hurt. They don't want to get close. So, stay in. Stay in your closet. Stay underneath your bed. Stay behind the curtain. Keep your eyes open and pretend you're present. Pretend you see. No wonder so many, they want to get away, hoping that passing away will eliminate their heartache. Or why they don't understand people in this world. Or why people do this and they don't know why. For it is not easy to see how the world can really be so corrupt, and it is on many levels. And no one likes to be hurt. No one does. Nobody does. And it is painful to pain others. Actually, it is painful to feel pain. A human face, people, is a human face, period. It's a human face. It is we that moves the lines and changes the lines inside our heads. It is us. And if the habit is that it is I that literally change the line, that in essence changes the code and sets off a whole chain of reactions inside. Maybe that's why I'm so confused and things don't quite work out. And I wonder, when I look into a mirror, do I really see what is there? Do I have the power to say, I don't want to see, I'm going to change the line so I look better inside? At least I look better inside. And I say to you, we have that capacity to change the lines inside the head any way we want. You know something? The medicine people, you know what real, natural medicine is? see a tree and really see a tree. To see what wind does to grass and leaves and branches, the movements. You know what is real medicine? To see the heads and shoulders and faces. It's medicine. And to see someone's not just malice and hate, and not just see all the little shadows, and yet to see their beauty, their kindness also, and to see the predicament. It's all medicine. And not to make any comments. It's just a spirited human being simply living in nature, just trying to get along.